Conserving water is important to help protect our precious water supply. Conserving water is something we can all take part in by using low-flow irrigation techniques, putting in drought-tolerant plants, and by keeping a well-maintained sprinkler system. But one idea you may not have considered is installing a rain barrel to store rainwater. Cisterns have been used to harvest rainwater for drinking and irrigation purposes for centuries. Large cisterns like this one at the Hillsborough County Courthouse can store thousands of gallons of water. This cistern, called Hydrea, was built in 1996 and holds about 15,000 gallons of water, and it provides water to the surrounding landscape. You may think a cistern this large is impractical for most homeowners, but they can be designed to fit on most home sites, either above or below ground. And many homeowners are using a rain barrel like this to capture rainwater. And we're going to show you how to make and install one of these to use as an extra water source around the yard. I'm here with Marina Price from the Hillsborough County Extension Service, and today we're going to go through the steps of installing a rain barrel. And for that rain barrel, we're going to use this 55-gallon food-grade drum. These drums are used to ship various food products such as olives, pickles, and fruit juices. Now, Marina, have you chosen a good location for a rain barrel yet?
I think we have, Gerard. The homeowner was having problems with erosion and water settling near the foundation, and I don't think we're going to have any problem modifying this downspout.
Okay, good. Now, what about those homeowners that don't have a gutter or downspout system? How can they benefit?
Later on, we're going to discuss ways that they can collect rainwater as well.
Okay, Marina, ready to make a rain barrel?
Sure.
Okay, we're now ready to drill the hole for our outlet. And for the outlet, we're going to be using a 3/4-inch spigot. Now, Marina, do you recommend cleaning the barrel before installation?
Yes, we recommend using a mild bleach solution to rinse it out, about 1/8 of a cup of bleach to 5 gallons of water.
Okay, we're going to be using a 15/16-inch drill bit, and that'll provide a nice tight fit for the threading. Now, when you drill the hole, you want to make sure it's about 4 to 6 inches above the bottom of the barrel. This will provide clearance for any debris to settle in the bottom without clogging up the spigot. Now, when you drill the hole, make sure it's nice and straight. Okay, Marina, we're now ready to install our spigot. What are some things to keep in mind when we put that in?
Well, sometimes it can be a little bit tricky to get started, so you want to make sure that you're holding it straight when you start to screw it in. When you get it about halfway in, you want to add a generous amount of PVC cement to create a watertight seal. Then you'll continue turning it until it gets flush with the barrel. And just make sure that the spigot's facing downward when you're done.
Okay, now that we have our rain barrel finished, it's time to prepare the site. And for our platform, we're going to be using a few of these cinder blocks for our rain barrel to sit on. And we want to make sure we have a nice level surface for those blocks to rest on. Okay, our platform is complete and it's nice and stable. We can put our rain barrel on top. Now, elevating the rain barrel on a few cinder blocks provides a couple of benefits. It provides easy access for a watering can. It also provides a little bit more water pressure for any kind of attachments you have on down the line, like a soaker hose or a gardening hose. Now, you have to keep in mind water weighs about 8 pounds per gallon. So if this container was full, it would easily weigh over 400 pounds. So if you have little children around, or if you're concerned about it tipping over, you can strap it to the wall. Our rain barrel is in position. Now it's time to hook it up to the downspout. And in some cases, you can use a flexible gutter attachment like this. But Marina, what are we going to do today?
Well, today for extra stability, we're going to be using this aluminum guttering that we've cut and pieced together.
Okay, I know in some cases you have to actually cut the gutter. Do we have to do that here?
No, actually this downspout is attached with screws, so it's just a matter of taking these screws out and attaching our piece to it.
Okay, we're now ready to cut our final piece of downspout to connect our cross piece to our top of our rain barrel. And I'm going to measure from the top of the lid up to the bottom of the downspout. That gives me about 5 inches. I'm going to add 4 inches to that. That'll give me 2 inches for the gutter to slide into and 2 inches to go inside the barrel. And I'm also going to mark the position of where I need to cut the hole. Okay, we're now ready to cut our hole for the downspout. Okay, I'm going to mark our downspout at the 9-inch mark for our cutting. And I'm going to use a fine-tooth hacksaw blade. That should make the cutting pretty easy. Okay, I'm going to trace the outline of our downspout so we can cut our hole. And I'm going to drill a hole at each corner. And I'm going to use a jigsaw to cut the hole, but you can also use a handsaw, but this makes it a little bit easier. Okay, we've got our lid back on and our final piece of guttering's in place. Marina, how does it look?
I think it looks great, Gerard. I notice you have a really tight fit, which is good for keeping out small frogs, mosquitoes, and other insects.
Okay, now how can we prevent the buildup of leaves and other debris in the bottom of the barrel?
Well, it's easy enough for any homeowner to go to a home center and purchase a piece of gutter strainer that they can just insert at the top of their downspout from their gutter to keep out leaves and debris.
Okay, we finished our rain barrel installation. Now let's take another look at all the steps to this point. The first step is to select your site. Next, drill a hole 4 to 6 inches from the bottom using a 15/16 inch drill bit. Now screw in the hose spigot halfway, apply PVC cement, and continue screwing in the spigot until it is snug. Build a platform. Concrete blocks work well to elevate the barrel. Attach the connector from the downspout. Measure for your downspout connection and cut the hole in the top of the barrel. Now attach your downspout to your barrel and your assembly is complete. Now that your rain barrel is complete, what do you do with the rainwater you've collected? You can fill a watering can or attach a hose to water your indoor or outdoor plants. You can also use the water to keep your compost bin moist or to rinse off your garden tools. Now that you have your first rain barrel completed, you may want to connect an overflow outlet to it. During a half-inch rainfall event, this barrel can easily be filled, and having an overflow outlet will carry that extra water away from your house. You can also link multiple barrels together using a connection at the bottom, such as this, or at the top. Having at the bottom only requires one barrel to have a faucet. If you make one at the top, you're going to need a faucet on each barrel. And you can use flexible hose or hard PVC for the connection. And that's what we're going to show you now. We're going to use a 2-inch PVC pipe to connect these two barrels together. Doing this will allow water to overflow the first barrel into the second. You can use small diameter pipe or even a garden hose, but large diameter pipe will allow more water to flow during a heavy rainstorm. A hole is drilled near the top of the barrel for a 2-inch male adapter, which is screwed into place. For extra strength, a 2-inch female adapter is added on the back. We've added an elbow to this, as well as another elbow to the end of our 2-inch overflow pipe to give us a proper angle for water flow. Now we can see where we need to drill the hole in our second barrel. The hole is drilled and a 2-inch male adapter is added with a female adapter on the back of that also. We've cut a short piece of pipe to connect our elbow to the lid. The overflow pipe is put into place to connect both barrels. You should not have to use any PVC cement, for these pieces fit tightly together. This will also allow it to be disassembled if necessary for maintenance or cleaning. Before, we mentioned if you don't have a guttering system on your house, you can still benefit from using a rain barrel. Now, Marina, how can we do that?
Well, you can go to any hardware store and purchase window or patio screen like this, and you want to cut it a couple inches wider than the diameter of your barrel opening.
Okay, then we just screw on the lid that comes with your barrel to hold the screen in place. And you can trim off any excess of the screen with a pair of scissors. Now, where's a good location to put this?
Any spot under your roof that collects and sheds rainwater like a trough is perfect. And the benefit of the screen is that it helps to keep out debris as well as insects and mosquitoes.
Okay, and you can also place this in any open area of your yard. Containers for rain barrels can be purchased at drum or barrel suppliers. Most will carry food-grade containers that range from just a few gallons to several hundred gallons. And now we're going to take a look at the different types of drums that can be made into a rain barrel. And we always recommend that a homeowner uses a food-grade drum. I'm here at TR Drum with one of the owners, Tommy Benthal. Now, Tommy, what do you consider a food-grade drum?
A food-grade drum is any drum that had food only in it. The drum is made of a special kind of plastic called propylene. Propylene has small pores in it that doesn't allow food to ferment prematurely into pores. It has a very high impact resistance as well.
So Tommy, with a used food grade container, it hasn't carried any toxic chemicals?
That's correct.
Now, what type of drums do you have out for us today?
Well, these are just some of the drums that we have here. These are all about 50 gallons, 2 open tops, 1 closed top. Closed top only has closures in it, long closures, strictly liquid. The open tops, you can do a mixture of liquids and solids.
Okay, now what is this container you have over here?
That's an international bulk container, about 275 gallons, 1,000 liters. It had red wine vinegar in it.
Okay. The nice thing about this container, as with the others with screw-on lids, is it provides easy access for cleaning and putting on attachments to convert it to a rain barrel. Now, this is a brief look at some of the containers and drums available at your local barrel supplier. And make sure if you are going to convert one to a rain barrel, you only use food-grade quality. To find a local drum supplier near you, look in the yellow pages under drums or barrels. Small rain barrels like this don't require any special permits. However, if you live in a community with deed restrictions, you might want to check them before placing one in your yard. If you want to construct a larger cistern, contact your local plumbing, building, and health departments to see if any permits are required. Well, we've shown you the basics of rain barrel construction and installation, and it's pretty easy. You've also seen there are different types of barrels and connection options to choose from when installing one at your home. To find more information about rain barrels and cisterns, search the internet. Use keywords such as rainwater harvesting, cisterns, or rain barrels. There you can purchase pre-constructed rain barrels, rain barrel supplies, or even find a contractor to build a larger cistern. I hope this program has inspired you to start collecting rainwater to help protect our drinking water supply and our environment.